Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a mock. It's kind of a guide, I guess, on some Lego crates because I got really upset. Yes, so because I'm doing my whole thing. I wanted a container for gold for my mock I'm building. And so I go online and I go looking for different ideas and everything. One of them was like, "Oh, this one looks pretty good." The problem is that it wasn't designed to hold anything in there. There's so many different crates that look good that are not designed to actually hold anything. Like if I'm doing this in a stop motion format, which I might, I literally have a scene where a bunch of guys load up a bunch of crates, and but they're functional crates. I do want the lid to be removed. So I could either go with the option of like building a functional one for the purpose of that one scene, or and having the other one just be brick built things that don't actually function, or I could make it functional because I'm a master builder, sort of. And it's like I could do that, and I essentially kept the same kind of look. The very one that I copied, I'm going to say it out loud. I copied it, but there were dicks that you had to download like a PDF and everything. And it's like, well, what's wrong with you? You just put up the instructions. So I'm giving you the instructions, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Okay, just like I shouldn't have to download a freaking an app to download your instructions, okay? I looked at it. I knew how to immediately build it by looking at it. Except for like one piece, and then it's like, no, I realized it would not function at all. So I'm just going to build my own, but using a similar template to yours that functions. And here we go. Here it is. Okay, I made two of them. Okay, this one looks more like the actual original one. This functions. Oh, let me get to the advertisement. Buy my book, The Epic of Cassie's Crossroads, authorhouse.com. Also, Ross has your figures. Boeing's Employee of the Month. So I'm going to use this Black Charm figure as kind of like a stand-in for a basic minifigure. Show you how big this thing is. So this thing is around the size of a figure, okay? But a figure can't fit inside of this thing. You know why? Because all the available space... Whoops, I dropped the lid. It's only enough for 4 gold bricks. So, let me grab the lid real quickly. I'm actually going to pause the video because I got to bend over. Okay, I got the lid. So, again, sure. Also, I want to get to the point. I have all these things to say. Video scheduling can be kind of weird. My new job has me off on Wednesdays and Sundays. Okay, and that's not a permanent thing. Like next week, I could probably work on Sunday. I'm probably working Sunday and getting Monday off. So I didn't have enough ingots to finish it, but the ingots do add some nice detailing. So yeah, it only holds 4 gold bricks, and it is not structurally stable enough to actually have the bricks not be part of the build. You actually have to have them there. So technically it actually holds 2. But I'll show you, but this is essentially what the guy had built, and I'll show you what it is made out of. So I gotta take off this piece. So it's made out of these bracket pieces. And you can see it's just these 2 little builds that are held together by the 2 plates. You can see it's 2 brackets on each side, and it has this other bracket piece with a jumper, the 1x2 jumper on it. And that's it. The gold pieces aren't supposed to be there. Like you can technically fit a little blaster in there, but I'm using blasters that like the Overwatch ones, so it this could actually hold the little blasters, but it's just not what I'm intending it for. So yeah, it's not the best one because effectively all I'm doing is this. Holding 4 gold pieces could be held in this one crate right here, and this crate can be held in this with something else. This piece right here holds At first you would think 9. It's actually 13 because of how loose they fit in here. You can actually fit 13 gold bars in this. But it doesn't look nice for like what I'm trying to go with. I want a sci-fi look. So that's why I built this. And I think this one is probably the better of the two just because it's just nice, compact, and everything. But it has its little flaws too. And I thought the bars would work pretty well on it, but I forget the figures can't really hold on to these properly. So yeah, but I think it does the job. The only problem I have with it is that it doesn't have a plate at the bottom. So you can't really use jumpers with this, like these. These you can easily stack up, like so with a jumper. But with something like this as well, make them slide into the into some holder as well, which I do like. Which I did consider putting these on, but again, it's not wide enough for that. I would have to do it like this essentially, and now it just starts to look weird. So it very much is something that's going to be. I'm going to have to use these pieces right here in order to stack them on top of each other, essentially. And even so, that has its problems. So it is a tight fit. So, oh yeah, I should show you what the lid's made out of. Again, it's those two pieces, one 2x4 and 2x2 put together. It just goes right on. And there you go. But now let's get to the big one. And this one I was inspired by like the Enclave crates you get from Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And again, this one's way bigger than a minifigure, but I was looking at the problem with the bars. I tried this kind of build for it. It didn't work out. Actually, sent it flying. It was very, very odd. But in the process, I figured out, oh, you can use these. I think they're supposed to be nightsticks. They perfectly fit in the minifigure's hand. And because they fold up, you could really, just for storage purposes, put them in there. Though they do get like out of alignment, but the idea is there you go. But it's right at the bottom. It's so perfect how it fits that it just looks like he's dragging it around. So that was an unintended consequence. So really you got to put his arms out a little bit like that to make it look like he's carrying it with his buddy. So how is this one made? And it's essentially the same thing as the little one. It's just bigger. So, and let me show you the interior. And I put the jumpers on there, so you can stack them. But again, it gets stuck in there. So that is a problem. But this one could actually fit up to 10 gold pieces, depending if you want some of the gold to actually be part of the build, because 2 pieces are going to get stuck onto some studs. So you can see there's 4 pieces right there, and again, it's just for that look. I just wanted to open the crate, like dun, 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 just have him stand over that. Look at that beauty. I love gold. Yes. So take that, and the top 4 sit loosely on it, whereas these 4 don't, because taking it out, as you can see, I use the same pieces. So take off the plates, and it's the same build too. And then I made this small thing using the 2 jumpers, right? Not the 2 bracket pieces. I used this 1 bracket piece, and I just used the grill piece just for detailing, and then the 1 jumper on top. And I connected them. I took these 2 jumper pieces. I didn't have another black one. These 2, put a tile there, or 2 gold pieces. So now it holds 8, but originally I had 10 because I used the gold to connect together. And then, same thing, I just made 2 of these. Same build. Just put them side by side and connect them with the tile. Structurally, it is strong. It's not really. It's not like I'm gonna. It has enough give that it's not gonna fall apart on you. Especially with the tile in the middle. Originally it did not, so just these 3 pieces really kind of keep it together. But it's not bad. And the lid, it's just a bigger version of the original one. But instead I used a 2x2 black tile on top. I used a 4x4. I used these acrylic pieces, and I use these jumper pieces, but they're kind of a give and take type of situation. You could use just regular tiles if you want, because again, they get stuck very easily to the bottom. So that's just a problem I have. So it's probably better to actually have have these things just whatchamacallit, as regular tiles. And it can hold some weapons in there. You can't fit the regular Star Wars weapons, but you can't fit the buildable blasters, like the ray guns and all that in it. You have to put it in this very specific way, and that way causes the them to stick to the top of this thing. So when you pull it off, they're on that, and only 2 of them fit. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem I have with it. And there's no easy way of fixing that problem unless I take out the interiors entirely. This thing will look a lot more bulkier. But it'll only work if I take out these bracket pieces and the tile, put a tile on the bottom right here, and yeah, go with like along that route, or there was another one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just take out these brackets, the tile, and put a tile at the bottom, and it's gonna look weird, be bulkier and all that. And there's probably an easier way to do this too. If I don't have any of those brackets that are like, they have the same connection as these, but they're 2x4s on the side, so essentially this whole piece, those probably would have made it a lot easier to make these things. Like, I honestly think this build would be a lot better if I had that instead, because then I don't have to, because it's the same amount of space being used, but then I could just put a regular tile right here, and I'll have the with that regular tile I could just put a jumper on the top. So, you know, sort of put a jumper on the top, because still got to figure out how to make the lid work. But yeah, so I like how their dimensions are very similar as well. Pretty much the same length and width, even height, pretty much, if you put the tile on top. So yeah, it's this crate, but it just holds a lot less. But again, it's to make it look, it's for the scene, you know? It's part for the scene. I don't even have to put all 8 gold bars in there. I could just put them on top of some 2x2 gold pieces and stick them in there. But no, I want as much gold bars as possible, because one of the things I probably am going to do is take the gold bars out and stack them up like freaking something from Goldfinger and all that. So it would like all the pieces there. And again, if I could figure out the problem, which I would have an update video on it, on how to fit more weapons in here, I will tell you guys how to do that. Which could be solved by another jumper piece, actually. Another bracket piece that it's used to make the walls of this. Again, if I had that one piece, well, technically two, I think I could be able to do the job properly. Yeah, if I could have that one piece, I think I could figure it out. But until then, this is what I got. These are functional for y'all, for treasure at least. But they look good. In my opinion, you might think these look like junk, but they look good. And they're serving the purpose I want. And my goodness. I just wanted it like the bad guys from World War II gold scenes, like in Hellboy. Just like, yes. Just make it look evil. That's what I wanted. Just like, yes, the gold that it used to fund our army. Yes, that's what I wanted to get that vibe. Anyway, where's the other one? Did I lose a gold piece? Darn it! And I might still use these crates too because they're just easily accessible. Well, anyway. Thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.